YouTube channel. And if you're watching me for the first time, I go by the name of Gift Somagwabe, also known as Soma K. Thank you for finding this channel, clicking this video, and don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, like, click the notification bell so that you're constantly updated with what I am doing. So today's video is actually called a story time. It's the first story time video that I'm actually doing, so let's see how it goes. I'll try not to bore you with too many details, but the purpose of this video is just to give you an idea of who is Gift, like what's popping with this girl, you know, why did she start this YouTube channel and everything, what is she all about. And I felt like I needed to do this because I wanted to reflect. Firstly, we're heading to 500 subscribers. Thank you guys for the support, I appreciate it. And another thing is, we did the live session last week and it was so amazing. Like, I felt, wow, the numbers were not bad for a person who just started, so I was really happy with that. And I will be posting details on the next one. I will also be doing a recap on the things that we spoke about, so please don't miss it. Unfortunately, I couldn't record because I realized in the session that Google Meet doesn't want me to record, so I'm still working on that so that I can send you the link or the platform that we'll be using for our live session. But watch out for the details. So this video is more of like a reflection. I want to reflect on what, like, yeah, I don't get emotional. I want to reflect on a couple of things. So I've noticed that sometimes we tend to think people have things easy, right? You see someone on the channel, you see someone on Instagram and Facebook and all of that, and you think life is just good. But I just wanted to talk about me, you know, a little bit of what I went through in varsity so that you can get an idea of that, how I got to where I am today. And you might be going through something similar or know someone, and I just want to just come and tell you that anything is possible. You can still achieve what you want to achieve. So I matriculated in 2015 at Eden Glen High. Shout out to the people there. So I matriculated there, and then I did my first year at UJ. So it started off with not being informed about a lot of things, and that's one of the reasons why I want to do, like, I do what I do. I didn't know anything about NSFAS. I didn't know how to apply. I didn't know, like, I was just lost. I think even varsity, I only applied at 2 universities. I think I applied at TUT and UP, yeah, and UJ, I think. Okay, Wits as well. Wits rejected me. I think, yeah, I applied at those 4 universities, but even with some of the applications, I think UP didn't even, like, I didn't finish the application because I just didn't know what I was doing. And then I went to UJ in April 2015 with my friends, applied. When we got there, luckily the lady assisted us and she kind of told us that your marks don't really qualify you to do this and this and that. So I opted to go for diploma in accountancy. Okay, I was a bit down because I was like, it's at Soweto campus, so I thought I was going to be at the Auckland Park campus, the main one. So cool, not realizing that I'm applying, but I actually am not looking for funding. I didn't know why. So the following year came and I got in. I got the SMS from UJ and I'm due to start in like a week. I don't have a place to stay. I don't have money. I don't have anything. And I'm just like, now when I look back, I'm like, why was I so stupid? But then I realized that sometimes resources, we're limited and everything. Like, you just need a mentor. You need someone to guide you. So I ended up looking for a place somewhere around Brixton. Last minute, I went with my aunt, found something, and just packed my stuff and left. Didn't even know what to really pack. Didn't have a lot of things, you know. You need your pots, you need your, it was just a lot. But luckily the place I moved into, I didn't need a microwave, I didn't need a fridge and all those things, so that was a bit better. And they had to pay cash for the place and the deposit, which was also a nightmare because, like, it's January, parents don't have money and stuff. And then, okay, I start the year, you know, and bear in mind, I'm staying near the main campus, which is also a bit far because I have to walk. And then I still have to take a bus to Soweto. So I'm doing this every day, the whole year. I'm walking for like 25 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes, and there's a steep and everything. And then I go to the buses, I wait in lines. I'm always running after buses. I'm always trying to catch one. If I do, then it's either I'm standing on the bus because there's no seats. Like, it was just a lot, you know, and you get tired. And after the classes, at the end of the day, you still have to rush for the line to get a bus. Oh, guys, it was a lot. And then you still have to come back and cook for yourself. And then your girl doesn't know how to cook. Girl left home, she doesn't know how to cook. Like, guys, I didn't know how to cook. I think I only knew how to make eggs and stuff. And the only thing I could do, I think, was to fry wors. Did I even know how to fry wors? I don't know, but I started learning how to cook when I looked at the seniors I was staying with. They started cooking a lot and I was watching them and I'd ask questions. But it was so bad. I would go home every weekend, you know. I just didn't know how to do a lot of stuff, and it was so traumatizing. I remember at one point I cried because I just missed being home, and it was just a lot, guys. And then you meet new people and everything, so I had to adjust. Then, you know, I started getting the hang of it, and then I didn't have funding, so June came and no marks. I can't see my marks because my school fees is not paid. So that's where my dad came in, and he resigned from work. He got his payout and he took everything and paid it through. The money he paid, it was still not enough because that only covered the first half of the year. So I saw my marks, I was able to continue, but December came and now I can't see my marks again. And it's worse now because you can't continue to the following year. You blocked, basically. So that's where now things started getting tense. It's second year, I've passed, I can't continue. My friends all have NSFAS, it's good. They're preparing for the following year. And I'm here, January 2017, I'm crying every day, guys. Every day. That was like the most, I'm crying every day. My parents promised me, we're gonna go we're gonna go make a plan. They tried everything and it just wasn't working out. And the days are moving, you know. School is starting in February and it's now like the second last week of Jan, and I just have no hope. I just spent my days in bed crying, you know. I tried to apply a couple of places. I applied for bursaries and NSFAS rejected me. There was a point where it rejected my friend and I don't know what happened to her, but it somehow accepted her after that, and I thought the same would happen to me. Nothing, guys. So I started accepting my fate that I might not go back to school. So it was very discouraging, and then it got to a point where I just started going into prayer. I was like, the only thing I can do now is cry to God. I made sure when my parents left for work, I would spend time alone, and I would lie on the floor, go on my knees, pray. I'd speak positivity. I'd say, I have a place to stay, I'm going back to school and all of that. And the only option we had at that point was for my mom to sell her car. And I posted everything online for people to come and look at the car. They would come and look at it and they'd never come back. They would never call us. So it was so discouraging. And then, you know, in my prayer, I was like, this car is going to be sold and that money will pay up everything. And still, it was tough. And it got to a point where it was the last week of Jan. And still, the car's not sold. And now the varsity says you need to pay at least half of the fees, and then the rest you can pay in installments and then pay registration. Even that half, guys, it was still hard. I was owing like 14,000 rand. 14,000 rand is not a lot to a lot of people. Even now, when I think about it, at this point for me, it's not a lot of money, but then it was a lot. And you know, people think you come from a cheese family and you're a rich family, but you don't. So my parents struggled with that. So even raising just half of the 14,000, which is 7,000, it was still a lot. And with the 7,000, you need to add registration money, which is about 3,000 something. So that's like 10,000 in total. So they tried loan sharks, they tried everything, and I don't know what, that was not looking good. So we managed to, I don't know how it happened, but somehow the 7,000 came through. And then what was left was for my registration, and then there was no money. So my mom asked my uncle, and my uncle helped me on the last day, guys. I got unblocked, and Then I had to find a place to stay, and then I was pushing for res, staying inside campus. And we went it that day, we viewed everything. I wrote my name down to be on the waiting list. And I don't know what happened, but my phone went off, and the res manager had called to say that I got the room, but my phone was off, so I got cancelled. And then the name after me was my friend, the one that I went with. She called and said, "Did you get the room?" I said, "No, I didn't get a call." And she's like, "Oh shucks, you've missed." And it's so hard getting space on campus, guys. And I don't know what happened, but for some miracle, my friend decided that she no longer wanted to stay on campus, and then she's like, "You can take the room." I was like, wow. And then I got there, moved in. This is second year, I moved in, and guys, the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, first month, or yeah, first 2 to 3 weeks was difficult. I didn't have anything, because now at on-campus res, you needed your own microwave, you needed your own fridge, you needed a lot of stuff alone. So I didn't have a fridge, I didn't have a microwave, I didn't have food. I was surviving on bread and eggs and tea and whatever I can buy that's tinned. I was surviving on that. Like, I didn't care. I was like, I'm in, and that's all that matters. And I just started focusing on my books. I started focusing on my books. And I think what pushed me is that I had written a sub in the first year for maths because I was not focused. So from then I was just like, you know what, I'll just push, I'll push. And then it got to a point where I was sitting at the library, and I got a call from one of the bursaries, and they said, "Tomorrow, please come sign." I was so happy. I went, I signed. Things started picking up. I was able to get money for allowance. They paid for my fees. They paid for my accommodation. I started eating nice. It was good. And then June comes, and then I get a second bursary, the one that I applied as well. I get a second one. And I'm like, but I already have another one. Like, you have to choose one. So I decided to stick with the one that I chose the first time. November comes, and I look at my statement, and I just get 70,000 rand. And I'm like, what's going on? I didn't apply for anything. I go to the student finance, and they're like, we just picked you as one of the students who need funding. And I was like, what? I didn't apply for that. And now, in that whole space of 2017, I had nothing, and I ended up having 3 bursaries that wanted to fund me. And from then onwards, third year, I went into tutoring. I started making my own money on the side while using the bursary. So I was smart about it, It got to a point where I'd saved up my bursary money, my allowance, for a couple of months. I didn't use it because I thought I'm not supposed to. And I think I had like 6,000 rand that I hadn't used, and I had to use it before it expires in that year. And I remember I went to Maponya Mall, and I literally, guys, bought the whole Pick n Pay. Like, I just put things in trolleys, and I called my parents, and I was like, parents, I bought groceries, you need to come and fetch them, because I didn't have a car then. And they were just so shocked. Like, the ladies at Pick n Pay thought I don't know, like it's fraud or whatever. They're like, why are you buying food for your parents? Like, a lot of students would rather do this and that. And I was like, I don't care. I know that they've done a lot for me. They've sacrificed a lot for me. Oh yeah, and the car managed to get sold. And when the car got sold, my mom was able to buy me a fridge and a microwave and all of that. So I got them the groceries, and it was just a lot. It lasted for like 4 months, 5 months. So yeah, I did that. And then third year I went into tutoring. I hustled, then I got into advanced, and I found a bursary as well that took me as well in honors. And from then I was just able to hustle. I always just strive to make money, better myself, study, be one of the top achievers. And yeah, here I am now today, working as an auditor, an audit trainee, and getting to travel now. And I just want to give back. I want to just motivate you guys that it is possible. You can go through so many challenges at varsity. You might not have food, your parents might not be working, they might not have money, but don't give up. I could have given up. I could have not applied for varsity. I could have just decided to sit at home. But if the chance presents itself, don't lose hope. Don't lose hope, because there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I just wanted to clear up the air of people thinking that you have everything, and I did not have everything. I also had to fight for what I wanted. I wasn't a trust fund baby. I wasn't a child that comes from a rich family where fees can be paid in advance and all those things. Nope. I just didn't know a lot of information, and unfortunately it did affect me to some extent, but I managed to pull through. So this is why I like pushing so much for people to get information. I want to tell you guys how to do things, because sometimes lack of knowledge is what actually breaks or pulls us away from opportunities. Just lack of knowledge. If I knew about NSFAS, maybe things would have been different, but even after I knew about NSFAS, it still rejected me. So you never know, but God's ways are just amazing. So that's it from me, and thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know if you want to ask any questions and stuff, but please be on the lookout for the details on the live session that will be happening this week, pushing for Sunday evening. So yeah, see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and click the notification bell. Love you guys.